My name is Mary Everetts. I'm in 10th grade. I enjoy reading books and doing puzzles. So growing up, God placed me in a loving home. My parents brought me to church and Awana and taught me about the Bible and about who Jesus was and how I didn't measure up to the standards that God had placed in the Old Testament, and how Jesus fulfilled those standards in the New Testament. And they taught me that I was dead in my sins, like Ephesians 2:1 says, and that there was nothing I could do to ever measure up to God's standard of righteousness and holiness, and that Jesus offers us hope and He is the life. And throughout Awana I memorized verses about those topics, and one day I came home from Awana and I wanted to be saved from my sins, and I knew that there was no way I could ever measure up to God's standard, and that Jesus did that for me. And that if I become saved, then that meant that Jesus would be my King, Lord, and Savior, and then He would just be my master, and I would follow Him. So that night I talked with my parents, and I asked Jesus for forgiveness from all my sins, and I asked Him to be the Lord of my heart. So I was saved when I was 5, and I would say from that point to maybe when I was 11, I definitely pushed devotions off just because I thought it was a chore. And my mom did do devotions with me when I was younger, but I just didn't totally enjoy it because I wanted to have freedom. And once I was in youth group, sometimes my leader would ask, "Hey, how's devotions going?" And I'd be like, "Oh, I didn't do devotions this week." And I would have this wave of guilt that I want to know God, but I actually need to do something to know God. One of the verses I really enjoy, just coming back to, is 1 Corinthians 10:13. "No temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful, and He will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. But with the temptation, He will also provide a way of escape that you may be able to endure it." And that reminds me that it's not on my own strength, it's God's strength that He's given to me to be able to endure anything. So one spring retreat, I remember one of the teachers there talking about the treasure of your life, and he asked us, "What is your treasure?" And obviously the Sunday school answer is Jesus, but he asked a follow-up question, and he said, "Whatever object you spend most of your time on or with is your treasure. Are you spending your time meditating on the Bible, or are you focused on something else?" And that hit me because I knew I wanted to read the Bible constantly and pray to God, but I didn't want to spend my time doing that. And I needed to care about learning about God, because since I didn't have constant devotions, that showed I was pushing God to the side. And if I really cared about God, I needed to act on that and put Him first. So I would say my encouragement to anyone is to reflect and see what you're focusing your time on. If you're meditating on the Word, which is impossible to do by yourself, but if you really are a Christian and you want to know who God is, then you're going to want to read the Bible, share His Word, and pray all the time, and that comes as a result of your faith. I'm Mary Everetts, and that is my story of grace.